this is so sweet. This is super cute. And we've got margaritas. Welcome to the Margarita Zone. I look around as my eyes adjust to the light. It's his office, but there are twinkle lights strung across the walls, little garlands of fake flowers, and 2 beach chairs set up in front of the desk. There's a blender and 2 glasses sitting on the table. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Joseph, this is amazing.
Wink.
Wink. I love that. There's no pop-tops to step on here, buddy. You did this for me? Joseph takes a seat and gestures for me to do the same. I did this for us. I think we both earned it. I settled in while Joseph pours us both margaritas. You really went all out.
Hey.
I have a flair for the dramatic, and you can't lead the community if you don't know how to make a good margarita. I take a sip of mine. This is a killer margarita. I would follow this man. Do you think the dance is going to be okay without our sick dance moves? No, not here. You're missing the point of Margarita Zone. Margarita Zone is a place of rest and relaxation. It's a place where you can kick your feet up and forget about your worries for a while. Watch out for blown out flip-flops. It's a real fear. Thankfully, no heels will get cut in my version of Margarita Zone. Joseph gestures to the makeshift island bar he's made. You know, it's funny. This reminds me so much of when I was younger. I've been meaning to ask, what did you do before you started preaching? It's uninteresting. I left home young and got into a lot of trouble. Oh, we're getting some deep backstory about Joseph. This is cool. What kind of trouble? Trouble meant I got to go wherever I wanted. Whenever I wanted. I hitchhiked around the country, went on adventures, met all kinds of people, did some stuff I'm not too proud of. But I was young and in love, and I didn't have to answer to anybody. And now, I host fundraiser car washes and take the kids to soccer practice on the weekends. Sorry, I don't mean to go heavy here. It's okay! It seems like you spend a lot of time taking care of others, but not enough time taking care of yourself. If you need to talk about it, I'm here for you. Joseph stares deeply to the blender filled with ice and margarita mix.
Yeah.
It's just... I think about Margaritaville a lot, or I guess the concept of it. A place where I could strum on my 6th string while I wait for the shrimp to boil, drink margaritas all the time, forget my worries. It's an easy life. I had Margaritaville once, but I think the closest I'm ever going to get back to it is Margarita Zone, a short and occasional reprieve from daily life. Is that such a bad thing? This is pretty nice. It doesn't last forever. That's the rub. When you're in Margarita Zone, it's not like your problems have really gone away. You're just choosing to ignore them. Oh, so he clearly can see that there's issues and there's problems, probably with his marriage. And he just needs a place to escape. That's really sad. Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe Margarita Zone is actually better than Margaritaville, because Margaritaville itself is an impossible ideal. Remember what Spin Master Quinn said? Sometimes you have to play the sad tunes to appreciate the bangers. If stepping on a pop-top is your biggest concern, how could you possibly appreciate the boiling shrimp? Well said. Well said, Daddy Hark. And Margarita Zone isn't landlocked to this office. I think it's about finding the little pieces of Margarita Zone throughout your day and taking joy in those moments. Wow, preach, brother. Preach to the preacher or minister. That's awfully optimistic of you. It doesn't have to be anything big. For me, I think it's being able to quietly do word jumbles and drink some strong coffee in the morning, to see my daughter smile, or I smile at Joseph. To spend some quality time with a good friend. I love how you're actually... See, I love this. Like I said, the pacing is awesome because you're establishing a friendship. You're actually establishing a deep connection, relationship with someone before you jump in the sack. I love that about this game. The game is patient, and I feel like if you're patient, you get rewarded. Yeah? Yeah. I can feel myself leaning closer to Joseph. Is it just me, or is he leaning closer too? Joseph tenses up. He downs the rest of his margarita and hops up out of his chair. It's getting late. We should head back. Oh, the sexual tension. Sure. Joseph and I make sure the dance wraps up without incident before he takes me back to the cul-de-sac. In his car. I hop out of Joseph's car before he pulls into his driveway. Thanks again for the help. Thanks again for Margarita Zone. Maybe we'll go back there one day. If we do, it'll be my own fault.
Good one.
Joseph chuckles and drives away. I walk into my living room and find Amanda curled up under a blanket and groaning on the couch. Hey, Panda, you feeling okay? Dad, I have a tummy ache. Eat too much youth group food? I drank too deeply from the well of life, and now I pay the price. And by well of life, I mean that big, lukewarm punch bowl of seltzer, juice, and sherbet. Amanda slides to the floor with an elongated groan. Need anything, kiddo? A time machine that goes back approximately 2 hours in the past so that I can warn myself of the folly of excess. I'll pour you a glass of water. Love you, Pops. How'd the dance go? Oh, I crushed it. I got the kids on the dance floor at the expense of my dignity. A fair trade. Also, everything hurts. I think it's kind of sweet that I asked my daughter to leave before she got embarrassed. I'll see you in the morning, kiddo. Night, Dad. How did I do with my dates? Date complete. Proud parent. Total. I know I messed up with A. Alright. Okay, A is good. I guess S is super. A, I messed up. I did mess up with one of the dance moves. It didn't really go over very well, but I'll take the A. Proud parent. Tough talk. Dad joke. Cool. Dancing. Margaritas. Nice. It's a beautiful night, and the air smells so fresh, so I decide to take the long way home. I usually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of a suburban city with a low crime rate and wide, walkable sidewalks at night. As I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait this out inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. It turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game regardless. The bar is usually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over a shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. I look over into the corner and spot none other than Murray, sitting alone in the corner nursing a cocktail. Oh, now she seems interested in me, again. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging off some younger guy, she looks so sad. A pang of guilt shoots through me. Does she know? Is this because of me? Am I a homewrecker? Oh, see, this is the part of the complications of being Joseph. Keep watching the game. I'll at least say hi. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her both. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways, and she finally notices me. You. Okay, this is maybe not the best idea. Hey. Having fun with your new best friend, Joseph? He's great. I'm so glad. I'm happy for you, too. Mary, I'm not. I'd never accuse you of anything uncouth, Hark. You're just having an innocent, very platonic time with my husband. A supportive friendship.
Come on.
You're a good friend, aren't you? Sure. Sure. I'm there when he needs me, Mary. Unlike some other people in his life. So you're an expert on my marriage now? It doesn't take an expert to see that you two are miserable. I'm not trying to be an expert in your marriage. I'm gonna say I'm sorry. It doesn't take an expert to see that you two are miserable. I'm not trying to be an expert on your marriage. I'm sorry. I can tell that you're having a rough time, and I just want you to know that it doesn't have to be like this. I don't want any hard feelings between us, Mary. Mary pauses. It's all messed up. I'm sorry?
Hey.
I'm sorry for us both. Mary pays her tab and strides right out of Jim's and Kim's without looking back. Wow, she took that really well. Wow. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I gently knock on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed. knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? That's a stupid question. Clearly, everything is not okay. It's the aliens again. I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Okay. You gave me the silent treatment before. I let her go before, and she didn't tell me. Something clearly was bothering her, and she didn't tell me before, so I'm going to keep pressing this time. Something must have happened. Amanda, get out! Okay, okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her cry again. At least she knows I care. You know, she can get angry at me for asking those questions all she wants, but at least she knows I care. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She did seem fine. She usually is so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep. But when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. And I kind of like that she snapped at me because, I mean, it's not always going to be perfect. Our relationship can't be picture perfect because that's not realistic. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever is bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decide that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading to the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah, I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So, just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad. Oh, sorry you're sad, but I support y'all 100%. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve up some delicious cake. This is so cute. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... Don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R. is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. The one who puked in Dead Goth and Beyond. The best friend. The other one? I don't remember. I'm never gonna remember this. The one who puked in Death, God, and Beyond? Dad, that was me. What? I thought you were Emma P. Dad, are you doing okay? I'm getting legit worried. I've been doing a lot of gluing and varnishing in unventilated places. Carry on. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I love how this game, you really have, it forces you to pay attention to detail. It forces you to have a really good memory, remembering like people's names and all that stuff. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. They all told me they were busy studying at the Calc AB final. Oh, so you feel like your friends are distancing themselves from you. Yikes. So another important piece of information is, ugh, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and which one's Noah? I don't remember which one's Noah. That's the thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst.
Oh no.
Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just keep quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invited everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips and I really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Oh.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos. Without me. Ouch. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? Oh, that's heartbreaking. But then they kiss. Oh, I'd be crying too. I'd be crying too. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just like glares at me. Okay, so first of all, I'm very sympathetic to Amanda. Obviously I am. And as a parent, I'm gonna be sympathetic to her. But trying to look at this logically, you know, unbiasedly, it's if Emma R if Emma R and Noah like each other, if they like each other, they like each other. And it's got nothing to do with Amanda, you know, it's not because she's a terrible person, it's not because she would make a bad girlfriend. It's just Noah's interested in Emma and Emma's interested in Noah. It's nothing that Amanda should take personally, and she should definitely not feel so there's that one thing. They probably shouldn't lie about it though. They should have probably been upfront. If they knew that Amanda liked Noah, Noah should have probably said something to Amanda and say, "Hey, I'm flattered. I heard that you like me, but," and then let her off as easy as possible. That's what should have happened. That probably would have been the adult thing to do, instead of having her say, "Hey, I want to go to the mall," and it's kind of stupid that she said she was going to go to the mall and get nachos and asking them if they want to come, and then they all tell her no, and then they all decide to go to the exact same mall to have nachos. Like that's kind of dumb. Like if you want to, you know, make this relationship secret, if they did it so they wouldn't hurt Amanda's feelings, I'd like to believe that they didn't do it out of malice and they do it to not hurt Amanda's feelings. They should not have gone to that mall, to the mall that they knew she wanted to go to, or that she was going to, because why would you do that if you didn't want her to know about it yet? So that's a big mistake on their part. But what they should have done is they should have been upfront about it, that, you know, that they like each other, and I get that it hurts. But you really should not be angry at someone who pursues someone you like. I think that you can't force someone to like you. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't force someone to like you. If they don't see you in that way, but they see someone else in that way, That's just how it is. That's just how it works, you know. You know how many people I had a crush on, how many people I liked all through high school, but like I know how it feels. I really do. I know how it feels. And you're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be upset. Um, but and it's human to feel angry. It is a human thing to be angry at someone for going after someone that you like, but it's not about you. It's that sounds really insensitive. I understand, but it's looking at it again, completely unbiased. It's it's nobody's fault. It's not their fault for liking each other. You shouldn't put it against them that they like each other. What you should put against them is the fact that they did not give you the courtesy of being upfront about it, knowing that you liked them. Especially if they didn't know that you liked that person, you know, then that's one thing. If they did know, then they should give you the courtesy of letting you know, hey, I know you like this person, but whatever. Like let them know instead of sneaking around and trying to hide it like that. That's not cool. You shouldn't do that because it's just very it doesn't lead to anything good. So that's just my 2 cents of it. It sucks. I know. It sucks when it happens. You should be sad. If you're angry, that's human. But you should try not to look at it that way and try not to look like the person has did it just to spite you. Because if that person's really your friend, I don't think that they did it to spite you. I think that if they like each other, they're allowed to like each other, and they're allowed to be together without feeling guilty. They're allowed to be together without feeling guilty of hurting your feelings because it just didn't work out that way. Um, that's just how it works. But they should at least give you the courtesy, like I said, of being truthful and not hiding things from you. Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because, of course, she does, and Emma R just like glares at me. See, now that's the part where the fact that so that detail right there, the fact that MR is glaring at her, that to me seems to think that they're doing this out of malice, and that is not right. That is not wrong. I mean, that is not right. That is wrong. You shouldn't have done this out of malice. That's not a good friend. You're at that point, if the person is doing out of malice, you have the right then to be angry at them because they should not do that to you out of malice. Grace. Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the boring one? Did she poop in the bed? Did she poop the bed too? Did she poop the bed too? No, Dad, please stick with me. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. Amanda, don't say that. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. I understand. I understand that you're angry. So I left, without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah's thing's been going on. And sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? Okay, again, no MR and Noah being together, that's not their fault. But hiding this from you and being malicious about it, that's their fault. That's the wrong part. I'm a little confused, but I think I understand. I have no idea what is happening. So what did MR say? Ooh, okay, get a load of this. MR says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Oh, here we go. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I don't even know what she said. How can I say whether I believed it or can't believe it? I mean, I'll be supportive. I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive.
Oh.
They were dating in secret for like months. They should have told you. They should have told you. They should have. If they were good friends, they should have told you. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me to read. She left me on So she left me on read, and then, yeah, she's not a good friend. A good friend would have not been so malicious about it. Wait, left me on read, what's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply. Oh, I didn't even know that. Goes to show I'm not with it. And I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are. Okay, that part I do know, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how peed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. This is really cool. Like, this actually sounds like something that would actually happen to an actual teenager in real life. Well done to the writers. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me. Half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Wow, really? How did that happen? Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected from everyone else, but Emma R. She's been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. Good, because she shouldn't be. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Yes! Yes! Right there. That statement, yes, says exactly what I was saying. Amanda, you are smart. Good on you. Don't be mad that she's dating Noah. Be mad because she lied to you about it. That's what you should be mad at, not the other thing. Because there's a lot of people who get mad at the other thing, and I get it. I get why you're mad at the thing. But the mature thing is to not be mad at that. If you're going to be mad at something, be mad at the other thing, if that other thing is an actual thing. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Which is human, but you shouldn't be. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected, I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know, it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. In the grand scheme of things, there could be worse things in your life that you have to deal with. In the grand scheme of things. But I don't think it's dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. Real friends don't do that. High school sucks. Not all friendships last forever. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know. I have tons of really deep friendships, high quality friendships, back in high school, back in college, that's sort of left by the wayside. But that doesn't mean that I still don't value the times that we did share. It's just a reality. Not all friendships last forever. But that's okay. It's okay, you know? Sometimes we're only, able to affect people's lives in a very short amount of time. Others, we affect them in way, way, way longer amounts of time. It's not about how long, it's just about what they taught us during those moments. What did they teach us and how did they affect us? Did they affect us well, good, or bad? That's what's important, not the length. People are going to come in and out of your life. It's just how it works. Not every friendship is going to last forever. So cherish your friends while you have them. And when it's over, don't dwell so much on the bad stuff. You had some good times with Emma R. That's exactly what I would say. Good job. That's where you and I align, Daddy Hark. But you guys grew apart. Learn from it and keep moving forward. Yeah, learn from it. There's so many new friends to make, and they're going to be so much cooler than Emma R and the rest. Ultimately, I think this says, way more about their character than it does about yours. Because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem.